In the heart of central South Africa stands a university focused on possibility, progress, and purpose. A place where knowledge evolves, ideas grow, and futures take shape. This is the University of the Free State. For 121 years, the UFS has advanced learning across 3 distinctive campuses, bringing together students from diverse backgrounds to form one connected, future-focused academic community. We are an innovative, research-led, student-centered, and regionally engaged university. Guided by our vision of responsible societal futures, we use our knowledge and partnerships to support progress and impact across our region, continent, and world. Across 7 faculties, our programs are shaped by expert academics committed to real-world relevance and meaningful impact. We train educators, health professionals, legal thinkers, creatives, scientists, business leaders, and theologians who drive change in their fields. Students learn from leading researchers and emerging scholars, working within networks that stretch across Africa and beyond. They step into a university that collaborates with global partners while remaining grounded in its responsibility to society. Our values shape how we teach, work, and engage. Excellence, care, accountability, impact, social justice, sustainability. These principles guide our commitment to student success, ensure a supportive and safe learning environment, and inspire a culture that embraces growth and forward-looking thinking. From advanced research facilities to community partnerships, from blended learning innovation to campus sustainability, the UFS continually evolves to meet the needs of a changing world. The UFS cultivates graduates and knowledge that create impact locally and globally. We are a forward-looking institution where fresh ideas grow, where diverse perspectives spark new insight, and where tomorrow's leaders are prepared today. Globally connected, regionally engaged, purpose-driven toward responsible societal futures. This is the University of the Free State.
This is you guys start singing, eh? When we start singing together.
Yeah, together.
That's when you listen.
I think so. Jogging a movement. When you hear movement, just. I'm getting big in the knees. No, yeah.
Why is it a sweet wine? It's when I had it here. No, I know the move. I'm saying. So it's the two songs first, right? And then it's just gonna come to the welcoming and then you sing the national anthem. The Vila was two songs, welcoming, national anthem. Starting with our songs and then raising the so we start opera sopranos, opera guys, brats,
bebizwa ngelami gama mina nyobezwa ngisezulwini uma bebizwa ngelami gama mina nyobezwa ngisezulwini
bayathokoza abantu bakithi
uma bebizwa
ngelami
gama
sebenza umbuso wezulu usondele
mina nyobezwa
ngisezulwini bayathokoza abantu bakithi
uma bebizwa
ngelami
gama
sebenza umbuso wezulu usondele
mina nyobezwa
ngisezulwini mina ngobezwa
mina nyobezwa mina nyobezwa mina nyobezwa ngisezulwini mina nyobezwa mina nyobezwa mina nyobezwa ngisezulwini
bayathokoza abantu bakithi
uma bebizwa ngelami gama
sebenza umbuso wezulu usondele
mina nyobezwa ngisezulwini
Ngisondela kuwe ngonyama ngisondela kuwe ngonyama ngisondela
Sondela
kuwe
ngonyama
ngisondela
Sondela kuwe ngonyama Sondela kuwe ngonyama Sondela kuwe ngonyama Thandaza kuwe ngonyama Thandaza kuwe ngonyama Thandaza kuwe ngonyama Thandaza kuwe ngonyama Sondela kuwe ngonyama Sondela kuwe ngonyama Sondela kuwe ngonyama Sondela kuwe ngonyama
South Campus, good afternoon. I am Khonsi Chwane. I'm from the Student Governance Office here at the Multi South. I'd like to welcome you all. First, let me acknowledge the Executive Director of Student Affairs, Sports, Arts and Culture, Dr. Themba Hlaso, the Deputy Director of the Institutional Student Governance Office, Mr. Paula Mbalani, the Electoral Logistics Committee Chairperson, Prof. Situkhelo Matebesi. I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Zulani Munzelele, who is the SGO manager at the Bloemfontein campus. I'd also like to acknowledge our esteemed staff members from South Campus and of course, the South Campus students. With that, I say all protocol observed. Colleagues, thank you so much for attending our ceremony today. We are primarily here to witness the incoming CSRC of South Campus take their oath of office to say that they are ready to take South Campus to higher heights. With that being said, please let us stand to sing the national anthem. I forgot to actually ask our audience to give a round of applause to the Liberty Choir. If I may mention that they were also the second runner-up for the sing-off competition at South Campus. I'd like to call upon Prof. Situkhelo Matebesi to just share the highlights of the South Campus elections. I mean, we all know that our voter turnout was quite amazing. And I think as South Campus students, you guys actually deserve a pat on your shoulder. I say that with so much appreciation because with the uncertainty of our campus, South Campus students still feel the need to participate in elections to better the student leadership on our campus. So that is a great achievement. Prof, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought the program director is going to give me some more time to settle. That was really quick. Program director Mehunze Tswani, and also an ELC member. It's my pleasure to acknowledge you here this afternoon. Executive Director, Student Affairs, Sports, Arts and Culture. Dr. Themba Hlaswa, the Deputy Director, Institutional Governance Office. Ntate Paula Mbalani, our legal advisor to top management and an admitted attorney of the High Court. Advocate Rohula Bilankulu also did the vetting for us independently so. I acknowledge in absentia the Secretary of the ELC, Me Lindiwe Mpatswe, and in the presence of the Deputy Chairperson of the ELC, Baba Zulani Mzeleni. I also acknowledge you, the ISRC President, Me Esona Khadebe. And I almost stated outgoing, and I don't know, we still will need to a phrase for outgoing and incoming. But thanks for that, students, stakeholders' presence here this afternoon and online, joining us online. As chairperson of the ELC, it is my honor to stand before you today. And Edie, I really don't know how. It is an absolute privilege. Last year when I was requested to become chairperson, the first thing my reaction was, when it comes to student politics, I don't want to do, but there comes a time where you have to. And this morning also, we've heard about giving a little of yourself. This university is our university. And if academics like ourselves do not want to stand up and take this responsibility, who will take that? So thank you. I don't take for granted this opportunity, no matter how difficult it is. Sometimes when I tell my colleagues to say, I think this will go down in the history, in my personal career, as the most difficult, really difficult journey that I have to transverse around or navigate around. But I just wanted to give that confirmation, AD, to say I really appreciate this, this opportunity. Now, it's my pleasure to announce and confirm the final results of the 2026 South Campus Student Representative Council. Now, colleagues, student leaders and members of our university community, today I stand before you to express my sincere gratitude for the exemplary conduct of the South Campus students during our recent elections. To our student leaders and every student who participated with integrity, thank you. Your disciplined behavior has strengthened the very foundation of our democratic processes here at the University of the Free State. At South Campus, and I'm going to say it, and I don't know whether it will come out as very controversial. It's not part of my statement, but I think I will do a huge injustice if I don't share this with you. I am extremely worried what I've witnessed during the manifesto launches. I am worried about the future of this country. Some of you are representing the future of this country. Tomorrow we will not be around. Where students are drunk, even the candidates who stands on the podium, and we can never allow that. So we are not patronizing you when we say you were highly disciplined. So at South Campus, we have witnessed what is possible when a community commits to ethical leadership and responsible participation. As the African proverb reminds us, a person who is not disciplined cannot be cautioned. You have embraced this wisdom, demonstrating true leadership and discipline, and it's not merely about following rules. It is about embracing a culture of accountability, respect, and shared purpose. To our leaders, Sona, I've seen the manner in which you've conducted yourself. There were times when if I got an email from you and I said, oh, where's the table? I just wanted to go underneath the table, but I've seen your leadership coming through during the manifesto launch in the manner in which you have taken control, and I would like to acknowledge and thank you for that. Your commitment to fairness, transparency, and procedural integrity has set a standard we can all be proud of. This year's elections mark another significant step forward in the university's ongoing strive to modernize electoral processes. Now, if you look at as what Mehons have already indicated, despite all the challenges that we have faced during this, when each election brings its own, yields its own challenges and also possibilities for the future. But if you look at the overall election turnout, it increased by 4%, from 40% to 44% in 2026. But what stands out, and that will go down into the history books of student governance, is that South Campus participation increased by a whopping 40%, from 56% in 2025 to 70% in 2026. What we have also witnessed, what I'm going to present to you, that out of all three campuses, across the three campuses, that we are seeing the highest number of females representation in the CSRC at South Campus, with 56% of the candidates being females, and that is quite remarkable. Now, moving to the announcement and confirmation of the final results, to our students, your thoughtful engagement and adherence to electoral guidelines has demonstrated that you are not only the leaders of tomorrow, but the stewards of today. Let us carry the spirit forward in our classrooms, in our residences, and our broader communities. Together, we are building a legacy of robust elections and ethical leadership that will inspire generations to come. It is with great pride and optimism that I congratulate each and every newly elected leader. The ELC would also like to take this opportunity to thank our support structures, the ED's office, our legal service, Ms. Advocate Roula, as I've indicated also this morning, if we can convey our gratitude to Advocate Boesens. I think without legal service, we would not have been where we are. Ladies and gentlemen, can you now allow me as ELC chairperson to announce the results of the South Campus CSRC 2026-2027 elections. And I will start with the ex officio portfolios. And as I call out your name, please just stand and then you can sit down again. You don't need to move. We start with the first portfolio, Social Impact Student Council, and the elected candidate is Zabatembu Ntembu. Then we move to the Universal Access Student Council. There, the emerging candidate is Inocentia Khadebe. Sports Council, Sibongile Sibanyoni. Arts and Culture Council, Tembisile Ramchwana. Campus Residence Council, Mange Kanunu. Day Residents Council, Thabo Di Wele. Seems to be very popular. Academic Student Council, Thabiso Matsoso. Student Associations and Organization Council, Motlokwa Mogalo. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now moving to the elective portfolios. And I'm going to start with Student Media and Dialogue. Mlangeni Nompumelelo. Thank you. Commuter students. Well, for the records, I am going to call out his name and a very Mokgotsi Olebogeng. Policy and Transformation. Thank you, and that is Lusenga Sipesi. Then we move to the next portfolio, the Treasurer portfolio. I hope you, yeah, well, let me not go there, yeah. It's Mekgwe Tshepiso. Yeah. Yeah, by the look of things, funds will be well looked after. Thanks. Yeah. Then we move to the next portfolio of Deputy Secretary. Moshomi Neo. And the next one of Secretary, Amabalani. Serai Rianezi. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next two, I'm just humbly going to request that everyone stands up. Then allow me to announce your incoming Deputy President, Mueketsi Lesenyo. And the top one, outgoing and incoming. Your president for South Campus 2026-2027, Esona Radebe. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I hear some noise there. You must listen to this. By virtue of the powers vested in me as ELC chairperson, I declare these results for the South Campus CSRC final elections results 2026-2027 free and fair. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those very strong words, and I hope that you don't wait for other people to tell you how great you are as a campus. We know it, we do it every day, so let us ride the wave until. Colleagues, Prof said he doesn't know the right words or the right terminology. So I think when you come to do your speech, just tell us what to call you now. The outgoing president / incoming president / outgoing president general. Please let us welcome Ms. Esona Khadebe.
Amandla. Awethu. Amandla. Awethu. Right. Our arm is welcomed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Program Director, please do allow me to say all protocol observed. This is a very bittersweet moment for me. As the outgoing president, I am losing a very, very progressive council. As the incoming, the speech for incoming is coming later, so that's fine. I think, allow me, Iti, to thank you, Mr. I'm on my tippy toes, okay. Allow me to thank you, Chairperson of the ELC. I think out of all the campuses, I might have been the one person who sent you emails, even at ungodly hours. And to each and every email for the first time, you responded to every one of them, and I want to appreciate you for that. I want to thank the students of South Campus for the integrity of these elections. Although we saw things flying on Facebook, we knew that we are sorted at the very least. I think it gives me great pleasure to have worked with you guys. It was one of my greatest achievements to grow with you guys. May you use this experience to develop, become greater. We have already started with international. You guys can become the greatest of the great. You come from a campus they claim the smallest. You come from the last born of the institution. But that has never stopped us from anything. That has never hindered us. We are fearless. Stay fearless as I know you. I think this was one of the hardest terms because, I mean, it goes without saying 1 month in and then, you know, but I think this marks a very great step, an elephant step, if you'd allow me to call it, because, I mean, even with having a female president at the South, who thought? And now we are looking things of second term. And in fact, everyone who's sitting here might have inspired us for a second term. Mr. Matebesi, you stood here and you said that you were asked for the first time. No, it's your second term as chairperson of ELC, remember? Yes. Nah? Yes. You have been ED for I don't know how many years. This is probably your third term now. Likewise, likewise, Mr. Duran. So I'm not the only person here who's coming for second term. With that being said, as the outgoing president, I would like to urge management sitting at the front, let this not be the last time that we see you guys at the South Campus. Let this not be the last time you answer our emails. Let this not be the last time you are accessible to us. Yes. With that being said, I'm gone.
Thank you, Esona. So to the outgoing CSRC, I'd like to call you guys upon the stage as your last dance, right? Didi, I'd really like to highlight some of the advocacy efforts that the outgoing CSRC has made on campus. The fact that RC elections are a thing is because of the advocacy efforts of the CSRC. Shout out to POP, shout out. For a campus that's not, how how do I put this? Our campus is not political. Yes, there's political interference in so many ways, but the CSRC, through the capable DP's office, managed to constitute student parliament before any other campuses. Yes, South Campus has had student parliament before, but 2026 student parliament gave us Madam Secretary Ofenze, gave us Madam Deputy Secretary Oratile, gave us Deputy Speaker, who is now the incoming DP. What the CSRC done is actually accountability and governance. In your own student parliament, you were truthful, you were honest about the advocacy efforts, about your challenges to the student leaders. You are not afraid to take ownership of the mistakes, of the shortcomings that you guys did. And that takes great guts. So I'm gonna call you up one by one. I'll start with the incoming CSRC Esona. We have our DP, Emilio Marco. You guys can come on stage as I call you on stage. In absentia, Dudu Viliwe. I'd like to call upon the Deputy Secretary, Lesedi Makhalanyane. Our Treasurer, Ms. Amogelang Makololo. Our very own Mr. Lechaye, Policy and Transformation, Thabo Khumalo. Our commuter, Olorato. Student Media and Dialogue, Ms. Fikani. Our Chair of Chairs Associations, Ms. Milani. Academic Student Council, Ms. Zuzi Yue. Our very own Prime of Primes, Palesa. Mr. Swag, Smelo. I have to say shout out to Arts and Culture for bringing arts and culture to South Campus, Voyo. Sports Council, Babalwa. And our very own Muzi. Colleagues on... On behalf of the Student Governance Office, we salute you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your leadership. Now, I'm going to ask the incoming to please go to your portfolio holder and stand in front of them, please.
Should I do it? All right. I'm ready. All right. Yes,
Very patient. Very patient. It's okay. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
it's work.
Okay. Okay. Wait, on so. Okay. Then I'm taking this one.
All right. This is your moment. Take it as serious as it presents itself. I'd like to call Advocate Ruhula Bilanguli to please come and do the oath of office for our incoming council.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to start off by saying I know I'm not supposed to give a speech, but I share the sentiments that you must take this as seriously as it is. When I was 14, I participated in the National Schools Moot Court competition, and the finals were in the Constitutional Court, and I won a bursary there, and today I am an attorney, so this is how it begins, definitely. I want to assist you in this very important moment to put you into oath, because it's not done until legal has certified that you are in oath. We're going to do it together in unison. So how we're going to do it is I'm going to say I, and then you shall repeat after me and then say I and then put in your name. I shall not participate in the I because I don't want obligations. Okay. We'll be reading from what is in front of you, so just follow that. We'll be doing it a few words at a time so that you hear yourself and you remind yourself later. Okay. Let's start. I hereby solemnly swear to serve the University of the Free State, South Campus, and in particular its student community, in accordance with the CSRC Constitution, to the best of my ability. I acknowledge that I will be accountable to the university and the student community at large, and will uphold the proud name and reputation of our institution. And to that, congratulations, everyone. You are now in office. Thank you.
I've done this before. I've done this before. Fwa. Eish. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to take this moment and acknowledge at the very back there is the president of Bloemfontein, Vukona Baloyi. He is here with his delegation. With that being said, once again, all protocols observed. This is now a sweet moment. It's no longer bitter for me. It is with great pleasure that I would like to acknowledge the student population of South Campus. Thank you guys so much for trusting us with this power. It is not a tool we take lightly. It is not an opportunity that we take lightly. And we will always remain humble, only on campus. And we will always account to you guys. With that being said, Almighty South Campus. Allow me to take this opportunity before we sign any contracts to now declare it here, because if I declare it here, then there's no way that it won't happen. There should be shuttles at South Campus as of 2027. Quote me, I am here, you are here, the ED is here, the DD is here, the ISGO is here, quote me. May we remain the fearless campus that we are. May we remain the mighty South Campus that we are. And may we remain and stay referring to that other campus as BFN campus. You know the terminology I don't like. You know the terminology I don't like. With that being said, before I start politics, thank you guys so much. Welcome to your term. I am not going to take it easy on you because neither will management. The war begins today and the war begins now. Thank you.
Thank you. Edie, I think you have a tough job. After the compliments of South Campus, I think your compliments really need to be there. Colleagues, please let us welcome the EDSA to say a congratulatory message to our incoming council.
Good afternoon. I cannot hear you. I had prepared a speech, but Esona did not prepare any speech, so I'm tempted to talk to you without a speech, just from the heart. Will that be fine? Yes. I'm really moved and encouraged by, the leadership, the new leadership of South Campus. But before I do that, let me acknowledge my colleagues, Professor Matebese, who is the chair of ELC, and Sulane, who is the manager, student governance. Also the advocate, Ilanguli, who just inaugurated the CSRC of South Campus. It's a great pleasure to stand before you, really to congratulate resilient students who really rose their hand out of compassion for the wellness and well-being of their fellow students. It's not a light thing to want to serve others, because we have diverse interests as humanity. As students at this campus, you have so diverse interest. If any person thinks can serve you and really serve all those diverse interests, that person is very bold. And I commend that person. So you took a step, a very bold step, to want to serve. I must also thank Esona and her team for really steering student leadership of this campus to where it is. I must say, she is not factual, because every email she wrote to me, I responded. But Professor Matebese is correct. When I see an email that comes from Esona, I go to the kitchen and make coffee for myself first. Because I know interfacing with that email is going to stress me. She advocated for this campus a great deal. She is not a difficult leader, but she can be very difficult. So I also want to disagree with her. It's not a third term. I've only been here since 2021. And I think in the 5 years I served as an ED, you guys were highly challenging. I believe strongly in engaging student leadership. I believe strongly I get challenged if young people are intellectually engaging, are challenging, are robustly engaging, because it keeps us on our toes. You do not want, as a university executive, to walk into a boardroom and it's plain sailing. You want to go into a boardroom with students and go out sweating and tired. In that boardroom, I always say to students, even if you came with a mandate, but logic must dictate. The danger that young people make, you have a mandate that sometimes is not very practical, and you stick with that mandate, and you never achieve anything because you know yourself it's not practical. So you need to engage student governance office, because our role is also to advise. I know the divide, them and us. You cannot have that kind of relationship between SRC and student governance. You need to have a collaborative relationship, because student governance office is there to guide student leadership, to also be a go-between. Because my office and Paula's office will never enjoy its functions if there's instability in the university. Colleagues, we stress when there's instability. It is in our best interest that there is stability. So you and us are supposed to be talking to resolve issues. Where there are barriers, Eswana will tell you what are the barriers. Where are the barriers? It's out of our control. Because if you want a bus, I must go and look for money. I want you to have a bus. Fortunately, that was approved. There will be a bus next year. That's why she's saying it easily. So we've engaged on the bus issue. The bus issue is going to be there. So in terms of the kind of leader that you must be. It's very important that you become a servant leader. You must serve your students. Because if you rose your hand because you wanted a title of becoming an SRC, you wanted a badge, you wanted a blazer, you wanted status, you wanted to be in photographs with executives and whoever. If that was the intention, abandon that, because it's not easy to be in this role. It's not easy. It's a beginning of a rising trajectory in your leadership career. It's not easy to advocate for students. Students never get satisfied. So I'm telling you now the real issues. You can celebrate now, you're a leader. But work has started. Start preparing to talk to us. Because without talking to us and collaboratively we solve problems, you are not going to be able to face your students. We are your gateway to things that you need as UFS. So let's build that as on going forward. Otherwise, life would be easy and smoother as student leaders if students get what they want. Congratulations. You have really made your parents, your partners, your girlfriends, your boyfriends proud. With those few words, I just want to share a quote from Mandela and a quote from Gandhi, which I think I want you to hear. The Gandhi one says, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Very important. You need to give yourselves away to serve others. Mandela, the strong former statesperson of South Africa, also shares with us a quote which says, open quote, a leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. There are leaders that lead from behind. Those that are in front, they think they are leading. But our Esona behind are the engine that is driving the struggle and all these attempts to make things right from behind. But they are supportive of the collective. So it's important sometimes when you lead, don't want to shine. What is important is service others without wanting to shine. And if you do that, you will enjoy being a leader. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Edie. Colleagues, Edie said the bus is approved. And the incoming president said the work starts now. 2027, at your first parliament sitting, you need to account to the students and inform them the progression of the bus. Please, colleagues, this is very serious and I need you guys to lock in. I'd like to call upon Mr. Mphola Mbalani, our very own, I was about to say the same thing, our very own principal of the campus. We all know him. He likes the SRC building very much. Mr. Mphola, please.
Good evening. Clock it, ne? South Campus has different terminologies. So South Campus ED taught me OOTD. It's the outfit of the day, ED. So clock it, ED. So I think the positioning of the SRC offices at the South forces me every time when I come through to the South to pop by the SRC office and learn one or two things. So I've learned a lot from the outgoing CSRC, but allow me to stand on the protocol that has already been established by the speakers that came before me. At a particular point during the elections, there was a moment that was created by the ELC where the very candidates at the time and now the incoming CSRC made promises, presented manifestos, some highly idealistic, but also the idea was to persuade students yourselves to vote for them, and you've done exactly that. And at the time, it was easier because you just generate speeches and you make promises. But today, that turns into reality. Those possibilities, as our Vice Chancellor always says, that there are multiple possibilities. Those possibilities, some of which will become, a reality, really lie on your shoulders, but not just the shoulders of the student leadership, but also the shoulders of the students themselves of the South Campus. Because leadership cannot remain in the realm of promises. At some point, every promise must meet the reality of governance. And today that reality begins. So Program Director, allow me to thank you for directing, because mine here is just to give closing remarks, to thank you for directing the program in the manner that you did, but also for organizing the program. The SGO team, the interns that got involved. I was also informed the ECs also assisted. And the venue looks amazing. Thank you so much. And I know the battles that the team had to go through to just get access to this venue. The Liberty Choir, hey, people can sing, eh? We appreciate the great performance, and I think you are a true example of what happens when young people decide to invest in their own talents. And the choir conductor, just keep doing the great work that you are doing. Prof, thank you for bringing these elections into a conclusion. But also thank you for being our painkiller. Some of us could sleep during elections, while you couldn't. So that we do appreciate. And the declaration regarding the freeness and the fairness of these elections is important, because legitimate leadership begins with a credible process. And Prof, what you witnessed here at the South, and I was also here at the time, what you witnessed here in terms of the conduct and the quality is what we experience, some of us, almost daily. Such that, in my view, this campus is fast becoming a benchmark of what student governance ought to be in higher education. I mean, even yesterday, Parliament was sitting here at the South Campus. So for me, that speaks to the kind of commitment that the leadership here has at the South Campus. And it doesn't really mean it's easy to do all of those things, but the leadership is highly committed. And I do want to employ the incoming to retain the same type of conduct and the same type of quality and level of quality that the outgoing has set for yourselves. To the outgoing and incoming president and the outgoing CSRC, thank you for your service to the South and the students at the South, but also not just the students at the South. I know the politics you often go through during registrations, where sometimes you service students of the Bloemfontein campus, and without complaining, you run around and try to make sure that the students that come in contact with you are assisted. We appreciate you for honoring the program, and in my view, it is the greatest honor that you are here attending the program, but also making sure that from one leader to another, there is a transfer of power. For me, that is the greatest honor of leadership. And your presence here and the support to the CSRC is the foundation upon which they can build forward. And although your term has come to an end, your contribution has become part of the continuing story of student governance and the University of the Free State. To you, advocate, without even speaking, I know you've inspired quite a number of students in the venue. We express our sincere appreciation, not just for your involvement today, but throughout the election period. For me, I mean, without the oath of office, we do not have any measure upon which we can hold the student leadership accountable. So we thank you for ensuring that that measure is there. And I just want to say this, and I've said it earlier on to the leadership in Bloemfontein, that the leadership is really not about how many people stand behind you. It is really about how many people are better because you stood in front of them and you served them. And that is something that is very important. It's really not about you, as the ED has indicated. Allow me to also express my sincere appreciation to the various student governance structures that are present here in this venue. Thank you for your support. Thank you for participating in the electoral process, for supporting your candidates, for pushing forward, but more so for being here. We really appreciate it. And ED, thank you for gracing us with your presence, both as the Executive Director of Student Affairs, but also as an executive member of the institution. And thank you for reassuring us that there is appetite for engagement and to engage student leaders. And for the reminder that for us to move forward, we will need to join hands and forge forward together. So a collaborative approach becomes very important. Allow me to thank our sign language interpreter, who has become a friend to the Student Governance Office, for ensuring that our programs remain as inclusive as possible, because as a university, we have inclusivity as part of our values. Let me also allow to thank the tech team, those who made sure that there is evidence of the event, that it has actually taken place, videographers, the photographers. We really appreciate it. And everybody who really contributed to the success of this program, the colleagues from the various departments who came through to give support. We know that you did not only come to give support today, but that you'll continuously support the student leadership here at the South Campus. So, the SRC always challenged me because I'm the DD, Institutional Student Governance, and also Head of Student Affairs. So they would always complain to say, when we are not happy with you, where should we complain? So when you are not happy with me, you complain to the ED, but after you've complained to me first. So, so as the Head of Student Affairs at the South Campus and the DD, Institutional Student Governance Office, I do thank you for participating in this program. Program Director, back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Didi. Colleagues, we've come to the end of our program. We're on time. I mean, come on, South Campus is progressive. I'd like then to ask Esona and the ED and the rest of our guests to please stand up for the procession. The incoming CSRC, please do go behind Esona. They will indicate the direction of the procession. Colleagues, thank you very much for staying with us in our program, and hope you have a lovely evening. Thank you.